It's time to spark your creativity so you can share your love. I asked my mother-in-law what her two favorite colors were, and she told me orange and green. So I had to come up with an idea for a Mother's Day card for her. Today's card features the stamp set, Crazy About You, and a little bit of stacking and punching and that kind of stuff. List of supplies is below if you're on my blog. There's a link for my blog if you're on my YouTube channel, and my white card will flash by as I head to the craft table. I'll see you there. I wanted a super simple Mother's Day card. And then, of course, I didn't like it. It was too simple. So I did this real easy Happy Mother's Day with the Crazy About You stamp set. With this flower because I had the punch and the Happy Mother's Day. And then I stamped the flower in tone on tone. And I tried to outline it with the crystal effects. And it smeared. So I ended up doing the whole flower inside with crystal effects. And that took forever to dry. So I'm going to show you a different way to do it. But it's still going to be the fairly simple little flower. Card base is very vanilla. And it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is Tangelo Twist, and I cut it at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Sorry, just double checking, making sure I got my brain in gear. So I did it 1/8 of an inch different. And then I went ahead and did this one at 4 1/4 by 5 1/4 by 4. I'll get my measurements straight. So this one is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. This one is 4 by 5 1/4. And the base, when you have it folded, is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Got it now. All right. This is the punch that came with the set for the Crazy About You, and it matches this flower right here. I wanted to have the flower coming up from underneath on the color. So I punched the flower first and just line it up here and there. And then for this one, I used Elegant Eggplant, and I lined it up on this part, and then I stamped the Elegant Eggplant on top of the Elegant Eggplant, and had to turn it over because, of course, I got a little bit of Elegant Eggplant on it. Instead, we're going to take the stamp and we're going to use the Versamark, because if you just use the Versamark, it becomes a tone-on-tone color. So let's ink this up with some Versamark. Line it up. Photopolymer to the rescue. Stamp it down so that it's right there. And when you take that off, you've got your tone-on-tone flower without messing up the edges of your Very Vanilla. So there you go. And then we can put it on some Stampin' Dimensionals and it stands up. All right. Now, let's take this guy, and I've got the Happy Mother's Day already on my block from the Crazy About You stamp set. Ink it up and put it right up there in the corner. So I've got that done. I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, I should attach this to this before I attach that to this. I'll explain why. If you're trying to put snail on the back and you already have your Stampin' Dimensionals on, you don't get a good coverage with the snail. Now this is going to be a smaller edge than we usually have. This is only going to be an 1/8 of an inch difference instead of 1/4 of an inch difference. Then line that one up. And then to give it that little extra oomph, I'm going to take one of my rhinestones and stick it in the middle of my flower. Just like so. And that is my very simple Happy Mother's Day card in Elegant Eggplant and Tangelo Twist. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please remember to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next project. Bye!